Welcome back to Questing for Fitness. We're starting off this week with the glutes.
All right, so Meg here, back with my two favorite anatomy books. Clemente, again, I've got 3rd edition, love it. So glutes are butt muscles, we all know it. You know it, I know it. So here's a nice pretty picture of the low leg. I'm gonna be going over anatomy for Gluteus Maximus today. That's the biggest one. Glute max is the biggest, strongest muscle in your body. Not the longest, don't argue with me, internet people, but it's the biggest and the strongest. It's right there. So there's a lovely colored picture of that. Can you hold this for me, Ray? And then again, my favorite simple one, the Segan Adams color, or the not color, the line drawing one. So there's several glutes. You'll hear me say glute complex, glute group all the time. But again, to make everybody's life easy, today I'm just gonna go over the specific anatomy of Gluteus Maximus. So here's everybody's favorite line drawing. He's such a good shelf, we're gonna use that. So, origin. Glute max is back here. It starts along the posterior sacrum, sacrum's tailbone, along the ilium, hip bone, also specifically the superior gluteal line of the ilium. That's a groove in that bone. So that's kind of 3 attachment points right through there, and it forms almost a rainbow. It inserts on the gluteal tuberosity of the femur. You got one on each side, so I'll show you that over here. It's down here. Femur is your leg bone. It also comes into this iliotibial tract. You've heard IT band. That IT is for iliotibial. So it's right along the side here. And it attaches all the way down on the lateral condyle of the tibia, way down there. Huge, right? So what are the actions of glute max? It's way up here, but it ends down in these structures down here. It does extension of the femur at the hip, and then it also does the lateral or external or outside rotation of the femur of an extended hip. That's what glute max does for you. All right, thanks, Ray.
So now we're on to strengthening the glutes. My favorite is the squat. Yes, guys, you have to work legs, so do your squats. We're gonna start off with the easier version with classic squats. Now, with the squat, you wanna try to get your legs to 90 degrees if you can. Again, full range of motion. If you can get your butt to the floor, even better. So the first squat, you can start feet about shoulder width apart, arms out, and yes, there are a lot of variations to squats, but here's what we're working with. Arms are out, sinking all the way down, keeping your back flat, pushing all the way back up. You want to try to keep your heels as your pushing point, not your toes. That's a different squat. So all the way down, all the way up, okay? Now, if classic squats are too easy for you, or you're knocking out 50 or 60 of them to get a workout, you can move on to pistol squats, which is going to play with your balance a little bit. I'm all for balance training. So with a pistol squat, you're going to put your weight on just one foot, extend your arms out. If you want to make it a classic pistol, make your gun, sink all the way down, keeping one leg off the ground, push it all the way back up, okay? Sinking down, all the way back up, okay? That is your pistol squat. Good luck with those, they are hard. You can put a bench under your butt if you need, use a Bosu ball or a pillow because you might fall on your butt a few times, but give them a shot. With that, we're gonna swing it over to Danny.
Hi again, this is Danny, the yoga teacher here at Quest Fitness. I'm going to take you through stretching your glutes a little bit. A lot of what we do in our yoga practice is strengthening the glutes, especially if we're engaging our glutes by pulling our tailbone under a little bit, bringing our hip points forward, which you're doing in a lot of our poses. So I'm going to take you first through a figure 4 to stretch our glutes. And I'm going to do this from standing. This is also a balance pose that you can do on the floor on your back as well if you don't want to incorporate the balance into it. So figure 4, I'm actually going to use my hands to self-assist. So I'm bringing my foot up or top of my thigh, and I'm pushing my knee down just a little bit. So I'll start to feel this stretch in the glute and in the hip. And then I'm going to slowly sit back into my chair. And you can do whatever you need to with your hands. I like to put my hands in a prayer pose. Some people may reach for the floor and keep coming down into an arm balance. But this right here is stretching my glutes. So usually we hold that a little bit longer, but for the sake of time, I'm coming out of it quickly. Now I'm going to go into a half pigeon. So this again is stretching not only your glutes but your hips. So we usually do this toward the end of practice. And in half pigeon, you come down to the floor. The goal is to get your shin bone parallel with the front of your mat. Kind of shimmy the opposite foot back until you can feel that hip stretch. Now I like a little support. You want to have support under your hip so you can use a block to support it. Some people eventually will get their glute or their hip all the way down to the mat. So it's up to you and where you are in your practice. I'm going to support mine a little bit. Then I'm going to lower down into this half pigeon. And again, you want to support your head. You want to be relaxed in this pose. So you can just really focus on releasing and stretching that muscle. So I'm going to put this under my head. And I just breathe into this pose. After a couple of breaths, you might be able to sink a little bit lower to the mat. I'm going to stay here for a few more breaths.